Welcome back to Speak Up. I'm Matt LeBlanc here with my co-host Justin Connors and Dawn Stiehl, who just did a piercing for us right here on Speak Up. Shannon was the victim, I guess, getting the belly button pierced, and now she has the belly button ring in there, and it's in there. We saw it. But one of the most important things about getting pierced is the aftercare, because if you don't take care of it carefully, infections could come in and you could lose the piercing altogether. Now, Dawn is going to give us a few tips on how to take care of it.
Anybody that does come into the shop for a piercing, they also walk out with their written aftercare sheets. We include the healing period, what jewelry they got, and then all the directions. Some of the main points for a healing aftercare program is to avoid any oral contact, human, animal, whatever. Avoid handling it with dirty hands. Do not over clean it. Follow the instructions to take care of it properly. And also, do not use any kind of rubbing alcohol, no hydrogen peroxide, no betadine, and don't overuse any of the topical antibiotic ointments. So you follow your aftercare, you shouldn't have any problems with the piercing. Some people that do run into problems and have an infection, one of the big mistakes they'll make is taking the jewelry out. If you have the jewelry in there, you've got 2 holes on either side for any infection to be drained out. You take the piercing out, your holes close up and that infection's trapped inside and you can run into an abscess or something worse. So you want to take care of the infection, get rid of the problem, and then decide what to do with your piercing.
How do you know that you have an infection?
An infection is going to be, the area will be very red, sore, inflamed. You may see pus, actual pus coming from it. It's very typical to see a little bit of redness around a piercing. Just like when you have a cut or a scratch and the new skin developing is red compared to the other skin that's there around it. So it's just the new skin cells are a little red, so don't be alarmed by that. But if that's actually inflamed and stuff, then you want to definitely get taken care of. And you should always be able to go back to whoever did your piercing and have them walk you through and take care of you through the whole thing. It's not just about taking their money for doing their piercing.
Right.
You've got to be there for them.
Yeah.
Now, so aside from the taking care of it, I'm noticing in your ear there's a hole. It's more than just a little hole that a pin goes through.
That's called stretching.
It's called stretching.
Yes, some places will do, to get the larger holes like I have in my earlobes, they will do what they call dermal punching. We don't do the dermal punching and I don't recommend it. That's where they actually take a big piece.
Chunk of cartilage out of your ear?
Not the earlobe itself is just, the fatty tissue. But the process that we use is, you can take a regular ear piercing hole and then slowly keep building it up, Stretch it to the next gauge, give it a few weeks to heal, stretch it to the next one, let it heal.
They do that, I think, in, I'm trying to remember,
a lot of your African
Malaysia,
tribes,
yes,
a lot
and
of them do
they stretch, like, you could see, I don't know if it's tribes, but you can see the lobe hanging down to their shoulders, where it's...
and a lot of the tribes, like you're talking, the women, it's big with the women, and what they do is the oldest woman with the longest lobes is the matriarch.
The matriarch, and the matriarch is, I guess, the head.
The one that's in head, the head woman.
So there's prestige with
lady in charge.
Well, Don, can you tell us a little bit about where your shop is and where people can come down to see if they want to get pierced?
We're located at 114 South Cayuga. We're just half a block off the Commons on the west end. It's very easy to find. We're looking for a larger shop location.
Great. Great.
Now, just another question. Going back to the earlobes one more time, how did you have yours done? Did you have the dermal punch or were yours stretched?
No, I stretched mine.
Okay.
Took my time and stretched it. You don't want to rush it too fast or you could lose it.
Now, I think I asked you this before. Are there people that just don't look good with an earring or with a certain kind of piercing? Where
That's up to the individual person to decide how they look good. If you get a piercing done and you like it, that's what matters. So what if somebody on the street says, oh, well, that looks dumb on you? Who cares what they think? It's what you think that matters. So do what you're comfortable with doing.
Shannon, do you like it?
I like it a lot.
Good to hear.
Are we going to see more piercings from Shannon? Are you going to be back there?
No, I don't think so.
Come on, what's
this
next?
Is enough. No, I think
she
this
has
is
two.
pretty good. 2 piercings.
You're an old pro now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. And hopefully, well, maybe you'll be back. We'll give you some time. Because we're going to we'll do another show with Shannon, the next thing that she wants. We'll get you back here in another year.
Possibly.
Well, the ears aren't pierced yet, and they're one of the more common ones. So.
They were pierced.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for being here with us on Speak Up tonight. Once again, Dawn Stiehl gave the piercing, and we appreciated you coming down and doing that. I think that's a operation most people don't get to see unless they actually go in and have it done.
A lot of people do that. Come in and see what it's all about
Really,
first.
Yeah. Oh, can people come check it out and actually watch?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
A
That's a
lot of
great
people do come
opportunity.
in. They'll bring somebody else in with them for moral support to see what actually goes on, to see if that's what they really want to do themselves. So and we definitely encourage somebody to bring, some moral support. It's kind of tough to handle 10 people with one person getting pierced. So
A lot of people, really quick, because I know we're running out of time, do it on their own and they use an ice cube to dull the pain. Is that, would you say not to do that?
not a good idea.
Not a good idea at
Unless
all?
everything has been sterilized, not
All right.
soaked in alcohol.
On that note,
Sterile.
we are running out of time. Thanks for joining us. Join us next time
And
for Speak Up.
We'll see you next week.
Take care.